Yo, what's up, guys? How's everyone doing today? Got to be a quick one. I'm going to be going live twice today. This is 8 a.m. my Wednesday morning. I'm going to be going live again today, probably in about 4 or 5 hours. I just uploaded on the channel my Stats Don't Lie breakdown prediction of Imam Khataev versus Adam Deines. That's up live on the channel right now. We have a lot to get into. Like I said, for this live, I'm only going to have about 45 to 50 minutes, so I'll take all of your questions. Guys, as you're checking in, I want you to let me know where you're coming in from. Pinned in the comments section, join our professional bettors boxing Discord. Johnny says boxing VIPs. It's only a couple bucks a month. In that Discord, it's not just boxing, MMA, it's NFL, NHL, all the sports. We have soccer. Baseball season's coming around the corner. We're going to do a NCAA basketball tournament. I'm trying to set up a Super Bowl sort of uh, contest as well within the Discord. So click that link that's pinned in the comments section. Another exciting announcement. Yesterday, we launched Boxing News Now. Guys, this is an idea of mine that I started talking about maybe 6 months ago on the live stream. It's a whole separate channel. Go now to Boxing News Now. Guys, this is YouTube's first ever 24 hours a day live stream, all boxing. As you can see on the screen now, I have a software developer, a programmer, we have a hosting site. So I put a lot of work into this. I kept it on the down low. We launched yesterday. Everybody who tunes into my content, go join there. This is my product because it's not going to be free to the public forever. We have a lot of plans behind the scenes. We're going to be launching an MMA one, and this is a product that everybody in my community could use. It was inspired by my childhood growing up watching ESPN 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in the late 90s and the 2000s. You'd come home from school, turn ESPN on, and it was a constant news circuit cycle mixed with the scores. So I was like, how the hell do we not have one for boxing? You can't find one. This is the first of its kind. Boxing News Now. For now, just hit subscribe. You could get full accessibility. We're adding features to this literally as the days go on. There's going to be a lot of exciting features, a parlay feature. Right now, this is a live stream, so it's not interactive for you guys. On the right side of the screen, you see the most current updated odds. On the left side, this is a news ticker. So this is for true blue boxing heads like you and like me. You click on it, join. It's free. Boxing News Now on YouTube. We launched 24 hours ago. We got about 50 subscribers. I assume they're all the Johnny Says boys. So I appreciate you. And use this as a tool. You know what I mean? Like, how many different websites do you have to click on to go to see what's going on in boxing? And I guarantee those boxing websites are one-sided. They talk trash about one fighter. They're super controversial. This isn't that. So take advantage. Boxing News Now, free, new. I'm excited about this. If you couldn't tell, moving forward, let's get into this. I'm going to bring the odds up. And we're just going to get right into this. I'm going to go over the current odds. Like I said, Imam Khataev versus Adam Deines. I'll pull up those odds real quick. And before I really dive into that, I'm going to say what's up to everybody. All right, give me a second. Like I said, I don't have the whole hour today, so I'm kind of flying right now. It's 8:03. I got to be gone at 8:50 at the latest, probably 8:45. All right, guys, what's good, DJ Green, DGZ, holla at your boy. What's up, King Ty? How do I feel about Sky and Mercado? Tito Mercado, Sky, Nicholson. They're gonna win. They're gonna win. Easy money. We live. We live. What's up, hermano? Little body. What's crack-a-lackin'? My guy, Twitter Leon. What's up, Johnny? Are the odds from a specific website or an average? Yeah. Twitter Leon. You know what time it is. We have without giving away too much, but if you're gonna be asked specific questions, I got a lot of time for that. We've taken probably for the odds, maybe 10 different sites internationally. And we're using, man, I got some wizards behind the scenes, man. I'm grateful, boys. I'm grateful. This community has given me so much, and I'm trying to give it back. And we're just getting started. We're a small community. My YouTube, we only have we're approaching 27,000 subs. We're tiny. You know what I mean? I have big plans for this. And our Discord we launched 4 months ago. We just surpassed 320. Johnny says VIPs. So we're small and tiny, but this community has given me so much already, and we're growing. And it's really introduced me to some really cool people, like-minded people like you. And one thing about myself and my personality, I'm super open to feedback as well. So if ever you have any ideas or sort of add-ons to something we're already doing, just send me a message. But yeah, multiple sites, Twitter. Is Pulev versus Gassi a fight? Can't go to the dinner. Oh boy, Mervin. I know you. You know, are we betting on it? That's the first question, boys. Are we gonna bet on Pulev versus Gassiev? Are we gonna play that fight? Let me know what you think. How do you feel about Jack versus Badu Jack versus Mikkeljon? Um, First fight. This is a rematch. We know that the first one took place in Riyadh a few months back. We covered that fight on the channel. I tipped Badu Jack, but going to the scorecards, it was close. I'm not going to say a robbery was in play. I thought Badu Jack did enough to get the dub, and we hit. And Mikkeljon is the favorite in this fight. They're thinking about look. Badu Jack's not going to do anything ever to jump off of the page. He's one of these guys who is a true pro, true veteran. He's a consummate professional who knows more than anything how to, navigate rounds, how to win championships. Narer Mikkeljon is the favorite here, and I'm going to be breaking this fight down. So right now, I'm kind of leaning towards Mikkeljon. I think I'm favoring Narer. There you go. I'm reading these comments one by one, so I'm not looking ahead. Guys, as you're tapping in, could you please like this video, subscribe to the channel, also join our Discord. Boxing News Now, boys. We got a new site. We got a new source. 24-hour, 7 days a week live stream. What's up, Mosby? Crack-a-lackin'. So the boys are getting really specific, which I love. Questions are already coming in about method of victories. Do you see the fights going over and under? We have a lot of money line favorites this week, guys. So this is how we're going to have to make our money. We're going to have to get sort of specific. So here's what I suggest, though. Because there's probably 5 to 6 really wide odds where the A side is the favorite, we're going to have to get very specific on over and unders, method of victories. Will the fight go the distance? I suggest don't add too many legs together. I suggest maybe this week what I'm going to do, don't put more than 2 method of victories on the same ticket. Just try to get your victories. Look, I'm not a greedy guy. I'm not one of these guys who are going to tell you to bet the house on any fight. I'm not one of these guys who are going to tell you to get rich gambling. This is freaking gambling. This isn't investing. We're not fucking stealing from people. We love boxing. This is us with our passion for boxing, utilizing our knowledge for boxing, and seeing week by week where our knowledge lines up to the outcome. Now, we know a lot of times the outcome has nothing to do with our knowledge. There's close victories, there's draws, there's upset victories. So all of these variables come into play with what we do. So where I'm doing this week is I'm going to put this week for everybody should be about putting victories together. I'm not saying like you go into any week wanting to lose, but we don't really have too many huge fights to where you could really like put a substantial amount of your bankroll on. There's going to be a lot of C level, B level, domestic level fights. Your mindset should be, let me just get some dubs. I don't care about how much money I make. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like, all right, I'm going to risk everything. Don't be too risky this week. Think about momentum. Put a couple victories together. This is a good week to get a couple victories together and then double down because we got some big fights coming up in January. There's UFC fights this weekend as well. Boxing is a year-round sport, guys, so we don't have a season. So have a long-term approach. Don't go into this like I got to get it back. Sometimes the best victories are the fights we don't bet on as well. Keep that in mind. So I'm not getting odds yet on Maxi Hughes. He's fighting a prelim fight against a Hungarian at plus 200. Once again, guys, Maxi Hughes, I think we just saw him against Archie Sharp that we just covered him. I mean, just be weary this week. There's a lot of these fights. I'll tell you where I'm putting my money as we get there. We got the Canadian fights in less than 48 hours. And starting with Canada in less than 48 hours, guys, we have fights Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday. Remember, there's that card in Sydney that I'll be going to Wednesday next week. So break it up into chunks. Cigar, what's up, playa? Max Hughes can be a good shout. Don't know the undefeated. I'm gonna do my due diligence. My next upload is gonna be Diego Pacheco versus Saggio. I'm a fan of Pacheco. I look where I come from as a coach, as an athlete, as a former boxer, a kid who grew up in the gym. I see potential in fighters. I'm not. I could always tell guys on my stream or guys in my Discord who are bettors versus guys who are former athletes or athletes who like to bet. There's a difference. The bettors talk a lot of shit about fighters, which is fine. Every human who puts themselves out there is open to criticism, right? But there's a certain narrative and certain rhetoric that you could pick up on by people who how they even guys who break fights down on YouTube, content creators. I could tell who's never thrown a punch before by the things they say about a young fighter, a young kid. Pacheco's one of them, and this fight week it's no different. You're hearing a lot of content creators really bash him and talk about he's not world level. Bro, if you're a 40-year-old man calling a 24-year-old kid a bum, come on, dude. Stop gambling. That just tells me that you've lost money before or you're not having fun doing it. If you're not having fun doing it, don't do it. Diego Pacheco is a nice, exciting young contender. He's gone from prospect to contender. He'll be fighting for world titles. He's 24 years old. Massive, 6'4". We could possibly be looking at a 3-division world champion when it's all said and done as he moves up. You gotta love his camp. You gotta love the work that he's been doing with Benavidez. Always in the gym, lives in the gym. Diego Pacheco ticks all the boxes for me. I think he's gonna look great against Saggio. I've been watching a lot of breakdowns from the UK, and a lot of people are picking Saggio to win. I don't see it. Idea looks really cool. Hope it develops further. It's not an idea, Playboy, anymore. It is a vision. It's a thing. The idea, the brainstorming, it goes from brainstorming to idea to plan of attack to application to execution. We're already at the execution point. So thank you, though. I'm excited about it. I'm weirdly very hyped for Pulev versus Gassiev. Oh, yeah. Dude, it's because you love boxing. The Diego Pacheco fight to go the distance at plus money is good money, too. Mm-hmm. 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 Yeah, I actually felt Navarre got the first fight, and Navarre had this time to get prepared too. It was close. It was close. First fight was close. They're fighting again. That's all we care about, right? How about Pacheco versus Saggio? Okay, guys, like this video. We're 13 minutes in, 30 people in here. You guys are beasts, boy. Who wants to come on the stream? Anybody want to come on the stream? I'll put the link in the Discord. Who wants to spit game? Like I said, I only got about 30 more minutes. What I'm going to do is make my money line parlay, then put the 5.5 for Mercado and Saggio fight to go the distance for upset alert. I'm like, look at you a beast, dude. They love Eddie out here. Eddie out here a beast. He's out here just spreading free game. So I saw Cesar Vaca fight live a couple months ago. He fought Sam Goodman. I was ringside to that fight. We broke that fight down. I talked about that fight. I like Arturo Popica, but I got to be honest with you guys. Cesar Vaca is a legit professional, man. He impressed me against Goodman. Watch that tape. He hurt Goodman. He dropped Goodman. It wasn't called a knockdown, though. He cut Goodman. And we know how good Goodman is. If you watch the Goodman versus Nick Ball fight when he went up from 22 to 26, Sam Goodman got a little dog in him, too. You know, Cesar Vaca got a little dog in him, too. I think the dogs are barking. Maybe it's because recency bias, and I like Popica. I told you guys this. I like RGBA. I'm like whatever the step below a fanboy is for Robert Garcia. I remember meeting Robert Garcia when he was like a younger dude, watching what he turned RGBA into and the prospects he has and the champions he has and how he operates, just the ethics that Robert Garcia lives his life as, not just as a coach but as a man. How do you not like that guy? Popoca is one of these guys who comes through that camp. Chop Chop's in that camp. A lot of prospects are in that camp that are going to be contenders soon. But Cesar Vaca is one of these dudes who doesn't come from that stylish, glittery camp. He's from Mexico. You look at his knuckles. He has MS-13 on his knuckles. The dude, do your research. Check out Cesar Vaca, man. He can box too. I'm about 70-30 on making him my dog of the week. Hyler Brown versus Selden. Do you see an upset here? We'll get to that in a second. I saw the boys in the Discord were talking about that fight. Sergio as solid as they come. Pacheco's been on a solid run, beating Nelson, Macombi, Caceres, Manny Gallegos. I know, man. What else? Dude, Pacheco's only 24. Look, I think it's going to come down to Pacheco's size, Pacheco's body work. I think he's going to be adding more, investing to the body with a little bit more intense. 24. What is Sergio now? In his mid 30s? Brandon. What's up, Brandon? How you doing? PJ, ain't seen you in a while. PJ, the promoter. I don't know about Mercado going over 5.5. What is your reasoning behind it? They love Eddie. Yeah, that's why I was hesitant on that. Let's pull up. Let's see if you guys if we're getting these props real quick. No, he stopped. Look, I'm not getting props on this, but you guys know Tito Mercado, right? You guys know who he is. You know everything he brings to a fight week. You know who he wants to be, and there's no shade on Mercado. Mercado's one of these guys who wants to shine. He feels he's been looked past in that division. He calls out all the big names. He's good on the mic. He's marketable. I think he's going to go in there and make a statement against Antonio Moran. We don't have options right here. I'm not getting the props right now. I'm definitely taking Tito by stoppage. Win. We'll see. I just got to see what the odds look like. Let me go to Bet365 real quick. Ah, $1.33. All right. Look, $1.33 for a knockout prop is not enough for me to even put on a parlay. You don't want to, So now I understand you're questioning. You boys are asking over and under. And this is what I said about 5 minutes ago on the live stream. This is one of those weeks where I wouldn't whatever your bankroll is, cut that shit in a quarter. Don't go into this week. Whoever's telling you you're going to get rich off of betting, they're lying to you. You're not going to get rich off of betting. You're not going to become a millionaire off of betting. If you're not in this game for the love of the game, this is the wrong channel to be on. You got to love boxing to be able to do what we do. My point is, if I look at fight weeks, I have my whole bankroll to play with. I'm gonna play with half my bankroll. I'm gonna play with a quarter. This is a quarter bankroll week for me. You know what I mean? Because it's like these odds are so wide, and a lot of the boys who are coming to the channel on a daily basis, who I see you guys daily, are understanding it's not just picking winners, boys. It's about the strategy of what level of fight are we watching, what are the odds on the money line, what styles are these guys fighting at, who's the favorite, all these good things. So when you're getting a guy who's $1.33 to win by knockout, the value really isn't there. You have to do what Sent from Pet is, represent Sweden in the house, Swedish House Mafia, holla at your boy. You have to get kind of tricky and pick the over and unders. And when you're doing that, it's riskier. So don't go too heavy this week with these bets. I'd go under. If you had to go gun to the head, I'd go under. I'd go Tito's going to go in and try to put on a performance against Moran. Moran's been in there with some tough guys. This isn't a prime Antonio Moran. So I'd go under. I'd take the $1.90. And I would take the $1.90, not going heavy, but I'd take the $1.90 on the under based off of trajectory, based off of patterns, based off of me buying into the juice of who Tito Mercado thinks he is, who I think he can be. And a lot of the boys lately have been having good performances, man. A lot of this younger generation guys who needed viral moments to project their career with big money fights. I think we go back to, for me personally, breaking down fights. I just this year, my starting point was Hitchens versus George. He needed that performance, and then from Hitchens versus George up until now, you had Tiger versus Flash. Tiger needed that performance, and there's multiple guys who've had these performances that they needed to have that to where the virality moment caught up to their skill set. I think Tito Mercado is going to have one of these performances. I think this is his opportunity. We know how frustrated he is, and I want to see how far he could take it. So I'm taking that $1.90 under, and if it takes him a little while longer to get to work, I'm not going to be too mad at it because I'm not putting the car note on it. You know what I'm saying? DJ. I fuck with vodka. That's yeah. You feel me? You know what, DJ? I think that's my like. I went 10 minutes ago. I was 70%, and I'm about 80% now that I'm gonna ride with Caesar. Mercado hasn't fought anyone as experienced as Moran. 100% facts. Moran has been in there with everyone and has got knocked out by Haney in 7 and Cruz in 7. Moran has also come off an upsetting a prospect. No, you're right. You're right. But when did he fight Dev? When was that Dev fight? Wasn't that was that Dev's last knockout? 2019? That's all I'm saying. Tito Mercado, Javier Herrera. I want to see them in the next res. Javier promotion sucks, so hope Matchroom can pick him up. Facts. Mike from Melbourne, what's up, big fella? Guys, anybody in the Discord? You see Mike with the color star. All the star boys are in the Discord. Anybody want to come on the chat? Let me know. I'll share the link in the Discord. Anybody want to spit game? I'm 20 minutes in. Like I said, I probably only got about 10, another 25 minutes left, and we're getting after it. Mbenge to upset Massive. Mbenge's fighting. Mbenge to beat Michael McKinson. Nice little fight there. You guys are savages, dude. I learned so much from you boys in terms of like keeping me updated because I have to be blinders on. You know, I'm like the last 12 hours was Amon Khataev versus Adam Deines. And after that, and that video is uploaded, you can see my take on that. And now I'm Diego Pacheco versus Sajo. So like when I'm seeing all the other fights, Cordina's fighting, Mercado's fighting, Sky's fighting. But a lot of these odds, you know, a lot of these other fights I get reminded by from you boys. So I appreciate you. This is a two-way street. I don't sit on a fucking throne and tell you guys that I'm the king out here. You know, this is definitely a democracy out this motherfucker. He fought Jose Pedraza 2 divisions. No, he's fought Mosby. He's fought people. I just need to trust Caesar's defense a little more. I like you know look guys when we're dog hunting all you can ask for from a dog is does he have that dog mindset. Caesar Vaca's a dog, so like he's gritty. He's not a perfect fighter, you know what I mean? But Arturo Popoca, I don't think he's quite there yet though. So this is why this is an interesting matchup because Vaca is where he's gonna be. Caesar Vaca is a pro. He's where he's going to be. He's been in some wars. He's been in some really tough fights. Popolka's still figuring out who he is. So this is the time when you got to get a guy like Popolka. Tito Mercado got more power than Cruz and Devin Haney, who ain't got much power. I believe Cruz dropped him and was hurt. Boxing booth in the house. What's up, Johnny? Vaca dances a bit too much. That Popolka has been given 3 rubs on the green that I know of. I hope Vaca takes it to him and increases up. Good eyes. Good eyes. Tito Mercado knockout. Holla. Oh, so you like Mercado? Oh, so Julius is going heavy. Mercado knockout, $1.33. Cordina on the money line. What is that, like 75% return right there? That ain't bad. Boxing with women's firefight is Mugia versus Cibrian, not to miss. Facts. Cordina money line, Tito knockout parlay. Julius, what's your book giving you on that? Is that like 75% on the return? This Stockton card is underrated. Eddie, the Stockton card, where we at with that? You're talking that's the Cibrian Mungia. Give me a sec. I'm gonna bring it up. Khataev, Musayev. I did, and Benge's fighting. Damn, I didn't even see any of these fights. There's guys, there are way too many domestic level fights for you crazy savages to be betting on all these. Just keep that in mind. Brooke Cibrian. Didn't we cover? I swear we covered Brooke Cibrian's last fight. Damn, they got her out here looking like a wax statue. What? They got them. They've been doing Box Rec doing them AI joints now. Guys, did you know that I did? This is how naive I am. I didn't know they had AI influencers. I didn't know they had AI influencer models. And then yesterday, my Instagram was getting spammed by like an AI. And I was like, what the fuck? This AI influencer fake woman had like 400,000 people following her. I was like, what the fuck? What dark world? What dark corner of the internet fools are following AI models and clicking on links? And then, you got to end it with that. And then dot, dot, dot. Like, I'm tired of these Triller cards. Yeah, Badu Jack. Okay. When you said Stockton, in my head, I was thinking Triller. I hate me some Triller. We'll go back to that. De Los Santos fighting this Saturday. Popoka flat-footed. Yeah, that's what he wants to do. He wants to enter, use the jab, get into the pocket, work the body. He's an archetypal Robert Garcia fighter. I think Pacheco handles. I think he does too, man. Mercado over Moran. That's right. Garcia versus Pulev. I'm mad at it. Messi jab and grab. You guys better be if you're betting on that Garcia Pulev. 3 words: jab and grab. Don't be all salty in the Discord either when you're scoring it. Mike. You know damn well in the Discord when the boys are scoring it live, the shit talk is gonna be at an all-time high. It's and why isn't Jai fighting for the belt against Badu? What am I missing? Dude, this dude start. I can't believe Badu Jack hit cruiserweight. Nobody wants to give Jai a fight, mate. No one's trying to give Jai that fight. Jai out here breaking it. Dude, the last 4 opponents Jai has fought have gone to the hospital. That sounds like tinfoil hat shit. That sounds like he's fighting in like little gymnasiums in Tijuana, trying to get his pro record kick started. He just turned amateur. He just flipped over from Amis to pro. He's down at TJ, fighting a couple times a night, getting that record pop in. No, this is Jai fighting, everybody they put out in front of him and sending these men who are also savages to the hospital. That dude has bricks in his hands. And you can tell a puncher, all you have to know about Jai in terms of is he a puncher or not, is after he landed that punch against Chinkar, what does he do? He has that awkward fucking this thing. He's like here, throws it, lands it, looks at his corner, and he knew it. A puncher, somebody who could crack, knows when it lands right on the spot, and that's what he does. And what doesn't get spoken about enough is his accuracy. He's a nightmare, dude. I don't care what you guys are gonna find holes in his game. You guys are gonna find chink in the armor. You're gonna talk about a performance when that happened, or performance when this happened, or you're gonna say he's only fought this guy. But what you can't say is Jai is really that dude. He's a scary beast. He's not putting on that personality, that facade that he put. That's who he is. That dude got that Easter Island head. You got to get a golf club. You got to hit him with a fire extinguisher. Like that dude, he's just a different type of cat, dude. No, why isn't he fighting for 42-year-old Badu Jack's belt? Badu Jack don't want that. You think Badu Jack trying to fight Jai Apataya? Hell no. Tito moneyline, a good pick on the women's pick and fight. Boxing Wiz, what's up, player? Sepherpad, there's AI only fan mod. That is effed up. So Cats is beating they meat to y'all boys is wild. Cats is going to the what about never mind. We about to go down a dark road. Why? UC MVP signed Caroline Dubois. Probably get Dubois versus Bumgarner. I did see that. You know, I saw on our 24/7 brand new live stream, Boxing News Now. I saw it popped up, and I was like, Daniel Dubois signed with MVP, and then I read it, and it was Caroline Dubois. That's how I found out about it. Jai Patel will not get big fights at 200. He needs to go to heavyweight. Dude, that motherfucker could crack, though, boy. I wouldn't bet against him there either. Kiza. Jai said he's going to fight the winner of Badu Jack. He's going to send somebody to the hospital. We know that. That's all that really is. PJ, holla. Let's pull this fight up. So, do you think Gabe Flores can upset Cordina? Gabe Flores. Damn. 2-1 dog. I like those odds. You know, I don't think those odds are bad, are they? I think those are fair. I like those odds. I think 2-1 is fair. Oh, Joe. Oh, Joe. Joe's 34 years old now. Where does the time go? Oh, Joe. 18-1, 9 knockouts. We just covered that fight against Quiros. Yeah, he fought Quiros. We know he was excited about that. He was supposed to get Shakur. That fell through. Kakashi kind of, did him a bit dirty. Anthony Kakashi dropped him in the third. Gabe Flores. Gabe's 25. I think Gabe is live here. 27-2. Neither guy can really crack. It's going to come down to that engine. Hometown kid. Gabe's the A side, but he's the dog. 25. Dude, if Gabe's going to have to outwork Cordina, why not sprinkle? Who Gabe lost to Gio? Who was his other loss? Early days? Luis Lopez. Been in there with some guys, man. Jason Vea's fight. I don't know, man. Like this, like I said, this isn't a world title fight. Cordina world level. I wouldn't be mad sprinkling on Flores. I want to watch more as of late. And Flores, has he, at least with Cordina, you know what you're going to get with his style. He is who he is. Is Gabe Flores leveling up? Does anybody know this? Anybody have any insider information? Could we say, or is Gabe Flores the fight we saw against, like, is he the same guy against Gio? I know it was a while ago. When did he fight Cabrera? 2022, a couple years ago. Because he's still young. Like, you know what I mean? He's at that age where we could see a version of him that looks great. Why not sprinkle? I mean, the intangible or the variables of this fight tell me that he's a live dog. 34, 25, A side, hometown kid. Where's this fight at? This is on that. Yeah, this is on the Stockton card. Yeah, the crowd's gonna be behind him. Why not, man? Gabe Flores not high level coordinator. All right, so there you go. Julius just negated all of that horse shit Gabe Flores talk. Now, like I said, as you can tell, I haven't taped Flores recently. Not really a guy on my 48-hour radar in terms of who I'm breaking down as we speak. So there you go. Take it for what it is. If you want to listen to Julius, you could do that. So right now, as we speak, Cesar Vaca versus Arturo Popaga. I have an asterisk by that fight. That might be my dog. Okay, so some of the boys who are in the know with this matchup, they see Flores losing. I mean, when you look at the high level world class competition, whenever you're paired up with Shakur, you know you're at the top of the game. I know he didn't get the Shakur fight, and people really are gonna talk trash about Anthony Kakashi. I like Kakashi, dude. Kakachi's a tough out for anybody. The version of Kakachi that Cordina ran into was this like rejuvenated Renaissance Kakachi. We saw Kakachi then tear right through Lee Wood. Kakachi was a guy who was supposed to get paired up with Sugar Nunes. He turned that Sugar Nunes fight down to make more money. He actually gave up his belt. And then we saw Nunes fight for that belt in Japan, and then he just defended that belt once again. Sugar versus Navarrete, boy. Sugar versus Navarrete. I can't wait for that fight. Is the fight at 35? Cordina's going up a division now. Maybe to go the distance isn't too bad. Like, unless you guys are super invested into either one of these fighters, you guys don't have to bet on this fight. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to bet on every fight. Like, there's so many. I'm going to show you. Look at all the fights this weekend. There's so many fights. There has to be at least 3 that jump off the paper for you that get you excited. So focus on those fights. Like, I think it's like what I see with Imam Khataev versus Deines. This is another fight, $1.36 knockout. So the knock on Imam Khataev going into 2 fights ago, Imam Khataev was 9-0 with 9 knockouts. He fought an Argentinian fighter named Derval Palacio, a really, really tough guy. We featured that fight. We streamed that fight. Palacio, any Argentine fighter's gonna be tough as nails. And that one of the questions on Khataev was like, does he have the conditioning to go the distance? So in that fight, he hurt Derval early, looked like he was gonna get him out of there early. Palacio, like a true pro, weathered the storm and it went the distance. And it kind of looked like Khataev was fading a bit. I mean, whenever you get a muscled up, bodied up cat like that, you're gonna question his endurance. All gas, no brakes. And then he gets the Morrell fight. And this is another fight that people are like, all right, step up too much too soon. Morrell, he is a guy, not a lot of pro fights, but Morrell was coming off the Benavidez fight, and it was super freaking close, man. Khataev almost destroyed our parlay. We had Morrell and both guys hurt each other. That fight goes the distance. So in his last 2 fights, Khataev has answered the question for me, can he go the distance? Well, he's gone the distance in both fights. 1-1, lost the split against Morrell. Some people claim that he won that fight. This is also a guy, we can't talk about Imam Khataev without talking about he popped dirty. This motherfucker, this motherfucker's on a 2-year steroid ban in Russia. The IBA, I covered this on the channel. You want to see the video? It's up on the channel. Only in boxing where you could get a cat who popped dirty for clomiphene, and I go into detail what clomiphene is yesterday, get a 2-year ban, but only in Russia. Who's fighting in Russia? This dude lives in Sydney, Australia. He's trained by Kambosos' dad. He only fights in Canada and Australia. Who's going to Russia? These guys is wild. So he is on the gear. He's proven to be on the gear. 2-year ban. I say all that to say this. Adam Deines is a tough-ass dude. Adam Deines has 3 losses. Adam Deines is one of those guys that my father, when I was 10 years old, used as an example on when my dad would make me quit boxing. He said, Johnny, and I'm 10. He's like, when you're the toughest kid in the ring, I'm making you quit. He was like, nobody wants to be, I'm 10 years old. He was like, nobody wants to build a career off of being known for their toughness. You want to build a career off their, being known for how smart you fight, how crafty, how skilled you are. It's about hitting and not getting hit, okay? Adam Deines' father and my father, they didn't know each other, obviously. Adam Deines is known for his toughness. His 3 losses. His first loss, he lost to a guy named Fenda. You guys can pull his name up. Lost every single round. That was his first loss. Lost the decision. He gets stopped twice against Artur Beterbiev and then Albert Ramirez. He's a southpaw. Similar style to Khataev. These guys are both going to be on the front foot coming forward. They're going to be like, who's going to be the toughest guy? One's 34, one's 31. I think this guy's tailor-made for Khataev to steamroll them. So I like the stoppage here at $1.36. If you take the stoppage at $1.36 here, you're probably gonna have to get fancy. I would take the over, maybe. Over we don't have the overs yet. I think Deines is tough to last to the end of the fight. So I would take maybe an over 6.5 if they give it to you. Or a stoppage from like I think is this a 10 rounder? Yeah, so that's how I would play that fight. Solace versus I haven't really taped this, man. I can't talk on this yet. Like I said, I live my what's that corny ass line from that movie? We live our life a quarter mile at a time. I live my life one stats don't lie video at a time. So not really on my radar at the moment. PJ betting on everything. He wants all the smoke. He betting on everything. He's doing arm wrestling, paper, scissors, rocks. He's doing guess the number. PJ, guess the number. $5 if you're right. $5 you owe me if you're wrong. 3, nope. 2, you wrong. Guess the number. He's doing guess the number. Who do you have, Navarrete or Sugar? Look, we know. Can we get a prop bet? Will there be a headbutt? Will there be a cut? Will the fight end early to a technical decision? That's probably the move. When you look at Sugar Nunes's style, when you look at Navarrete's awkward ass, someone's getting headbutted. There's gonna be a cut. Somewhat like we know this is a Navarrete fight. In all of his fights, it's chaos. So I'm excited just for the chaos. I'm tuning in for that. Let's say Cordina manages to lose decision. Connor been fighting in the States with that nice UK bang. Hey, fought in Florida. Am I putting together parlay? Not today, big dog. Today is only Wednesday morning. I'm putting it together tomorrow because tomorrow will be my Thursday morning, and then we have fights the following day. PJ, you're gonna get it. You know you're my guy. That mean betting on he betting on pillow fights, thumb war. You remember thumb war, boys? 1, 2, 3, 4. I declare thumb war. I was a thumb war champ. Pencils, boy. Don't get me with your pencil. Paper football. All that good shit. Not assassin. I want to research land lay. No. What I'm saying is, Afro. What I'm saying is, because I put so much time into the Stats Don't Lie videos during fight week, I'm not always able to get to a lot of the other obscure fights like this one. But I will. I'll put. You know what? You're an OG. I'm gonna write it down. Land lay it and okay. Ask me tomorrow. All right. I'll have an answer for you tomorrow, big dog. 100%. You doing? Yep, I'm doing picks for that. So tomorrow I'm gonna do a Thursday. Damn, my second. So guys, my first live stream tomorrow. The first live stream tomorrow will be we'll build the parlay. The second live stream I'm gonna do a UFC live stream. I went live with Nick from Breaking Bad yesterday. Guys, if you're an MMA boy in the chat and you're in the Discord, you want to do a live stream with me, hit me up. Okay, give me a second. I want to see something. All right, guys, I got to wrap it up.